Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Black Financial Channel. Today we're going to talk about Donald Trump. Donald Trump just made one of the strangest announcements I've ever seen. He actually went online and said he had a major announcement, and it turned out that his whole major announcement was probably the goofiest thing that he's ever done. And believe me, Trump is a guy who has done a lot of goofy things. So I'm going to tell you about Trump's major announcement, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the backdrop of this from a financial standpoint. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day. And the condition is that we are Black first, and we don't apologize for that. We want to build our community. We want to make our kids smarter. We want to break generational curses. And that's the B1 philosophy. If you are B1, if you put your community first, if you put your family first, put a B1 in the chat. Also, shout out what city you're from. Let me know where you're coming in from. I see Houston, Texas for Yashika, and I see Tony out of Pittsburgh, Lewis Hayes, Lynn Miner, Jared Reddix, Anissa Benning. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And if you could, as we get started, hit that thumbs up button, smash that like button, thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. All right. So Donald Trump. I don't talk about Trump a lot on this platform, but he did something that I thought was goofy, weird, and just very strange. I don't know if any of y'all saw this. Give me a yes or no if you saw any of this. So Trump gets online, right, and he says, "I have this major announcement." Guys like Trump, they think everything they do is major. I honestly think it's because maybe he has a tiny penis or something. I have no idea. But this guy, he's been pretty bombastic and annoying for about the last 30 or 40 years, believe it or not. If you're a young buck and you're just exposed to Trump in the last decade or so, just know he's been annoying since the 70s. I mean, this guy is something else. So anyway, so Trump steps out and he says, "I've got this major announcement," and everybody's like, "Oh, what's this big announcement? Is he announcing that he's running for president?" I think he already kind of announced that, though. I'm not really sure. His campaign's kind of dead. Is his major announcement that he's going to do something good for all his loyal constituents, all these people that believed in this man, which is honestly kind of hilarious because this billionaire in New York City, he don't care nothing about your redneck behind. He don't care nothing about y'all. I mean, seriously, I'm not saying you can't be a Republican. Being a Republican or a Democrat is totally fine. I told y'all we Black first. Black first means we don't care about your political affiliation. You have a right to vote for whoever you want to vote for, including Trump, Biden, or any other racist that's running for office. Any of these people, it's totally up to you. So this is not a political conversation in that context. I'm not going to ever beat you up for who you vote for. But so they're like, what is he going to announce? So Trump comes out and he makes his big announcement. Right? You ready? His big announcement is that he's putting out Donald Trump trading cards. I kid you not, Donald Trump trading cards. And that was the big thing. And they're weird. They're really weird. So Donald Trump's big announcement is that he put out these trading cards, and they're like these images of him as a superhero. Like, that's a real card. Like, that lasers coming out of his eyes, that's real. I mean, did any of y'all see this? This is so funny. And I was looking at the reaction online, and people were just clowning. Republicans were clowning him, not just Democrats. The Republicans were making fun of him, and they're hilarious. Let me show you some of the trading cards, and then I promise you these are actually being released as NFTs. And then I'm going to go into the financial side of the whole crypto NFT market. So stay to the end of the video, and not only will I tell you guys a little bit more about what my thoughts are on the crypto NFT market and the future of that, and some of the things that put it at risk, but I'll also give you the name of a stock that I just bought. That I think is worth buying. So do me a favor, by the way, before we move on, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please hit that thumbs up button, share, subscribe, all that good stuff if you haven't done that yet. Okay, so Trump in his massive ego, I agree with you, Miss Gang Smashers. I mean, his ego is outrageous, and and I don't understand this. I kind of think it's weird that we live in this world where we reward people for being bombastic, annoying, rude, and disrespectful to other people. I think it's a reflection of maybe low self esteem or something like that. I have no idea, but we have this weird world where, and it's not just Trump. It's literally like if you listen to rappers rap, a lot of rappers literally spend the whole album talking about how they're better than you, right? And how great they are. And for some reason people like that. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Arrogant people were always irritating to me. I've never been a fan of any of that kind of behavior. I think being humble is a positive attribute. I think being gracious is makes you a better person. I think being appreciative, when people support you is a noble virtue. But for some reason, they say nice guys finish last sometimes. And if nice guys finish last, then just put me at the back of the line. I'm okay with that. I don't need to finish first by being the biggest asshole in the room. That's not fun for me. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that makes you a better human being. I think that makes you kind of a turd, and it makes you extremely insecure. So Trump, this guy, he puts out these flashcards, and he's literally there's another one of him as Captain America. Like, look, this is real. I'm not making this up. This is really real. Like Donald Trump this really was his big major announcement. Is these goofy flashcards. And so there's another one, him as an astronaut, which just is hilarious. And by the way, okay, first of all, let me ask y'all this: yes or no? Give me a yes or no. How many of y'all think you might want to buy some of these trading cards, maybe for your kids, maybe for your baby's mama, get them for yourself for Christmas? How many of you, give me a yes or no, would even consider buying any of these trading cards? I don't know. Like, I'm not here to judge. If you're that much of a Trump fan, I'm not here to make fun of you. Um, but yeah, how many of you would consider buying some of these Trump trading cards? Yes or no? Okay, I'm looking. I'm seeing a lot of a course. I see a course not. I see nope for Daniel. Okay, I'm looking to see if there's a yes. No way for Karen. Hell no. Okay. Jack Frost says yes. Okay, so there is a yes in the bill, and it's cool. It's totally fine. Like, I'm not making fun of you. I promise you. It's totally okay for you to want to buy these cards. I admit I'm probably gonna laugh at you. I'm not. I just I'm not. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Oh, okay. Now here's a good point. All right, let me throw in Isaias. Okay, I stand corrected. Isaias says yes, not a Trump fan, but somebody might pay high value for these in the future. Good point. Okay, so let me just stand corrected on that. That might, maybe there's some investment value in these cards, and that gets to a broader point, right? So here, let's talk about this from a financial and investing standpoint, okay? Because this is the Black Financial Channel, so I got to give you all the black economics of it all. What's fascinating about Trump releasing these trading cards, and by the way, if you want to see the collection, the group, them as a group, here you go. What's interesting about Trump's trading cards, where he presents himself as a cowboy and as Captain America and as a race car driver, and I don't know what that is in the upper right corner. I don't know what the hell. I don't know if he's a football commissioner. I can't tell. Um, is that what's interesting though is that Trump actually has been slamming the NFT market and the crypto market for a long time. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Trump is not a fan of NFTs, and these cards are all being released as NFTs. And this is interesting. So let me just show you what Trump said about NFTs and crypto and all that. It's not too big on the screen, so I'll read it to you. He said this is a tweet that he released not too long ago, and he says, "I am not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air." So he's basically saying they have no value. It's based on thin air. Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other illegal activity. So he says, I'm not a fan of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. He says that they are not money and their value is highly volatile, which implies risk, and it comes out of thin air. So and then he talks about the illegal element and that they hide criminal activity, the drug trade, stuff like that. And here's the thing: it's not like all these statements are untrue. There is a huge conversation right now about crypto. Um, the volatility is insane. It's not a regulated asset class. We finance professors, we would just go sort of look at crypto as a really bad market. It's like going and doing business in a bad neighborhood with no police and anybody might steal from you in a second. Crypto is an industry that is full of wonderful people. It's also an industry that is full of really bad players. So it's almost like buyer beware. It's like proceed with caution. Be really careful. In fact, a recent survey showed that only about 8% of Americans actually trust crypto now. A lot of this is linked to Sam Bankman-Fried, his bankruptcy with FTX. Some people say it's a setup. Maybe it is. I don't know. But Sam Bankman-Fried going bankrupt was a huge black eye for crypto. Now everyone kind of looks at crypto as this big, crazy Wild West with a bunch of gunslinging, ridiculously risky traders who are arrogant, don't give a damn about their customers, and are out there doing all kinds of illegal behavior and manipulating the market and taking advantage of the fish. That's the indictment on crypto right now. I'm not trying to tell you that crypto's bad. I own crypto. I own crypto. So let's be clear. I would never say what Trump said. I would never say, "Oh, I think that crypto is fake money and all sorts of stuff." No, because I understand money and I know all money is pretty fake if you look at it the right way. If you look at any type of currency the right way, you can call it fake. It can all be defined as fake. Or that when you say crypto is used for illegal activity, well, I'm in that camp of people that say, well, no currency has been used for more illegal activity than the American dollar. So the American dollar has been used. I mean, give me a yes or no. Yes or no. When drug dealers are making a dope deal, have they ever used American dollars in drug deals before? Give me a yes or no. Have they ever used, pesos? Have they ever used euros? Have they ever used yen? Have yen, Japanese yen, ever been used in a drug deal? Right. So this whole idea that crypto is this just a haven for criminals, or just this place with volatile asset classes, or just this place that appears to be fake money, that could be said about any currency. There's no currency that's ever existed in human history that can't be defined as fake. Let's just keep that 100 right now. That's true. However, there's a big however. It's very important to understand that crypto is a new currency. It is a new asset class. And in order to understand an asset class, take it from me, all through my PhD program and all through my years on the faculty of Syracuse, all I did every day for 10 hours a day was go through stock market data for the last 100 years to understand trends, to understand processes, to figure out stock market reversals, to understand momentum, to understand value that investing versus growth, to understand fundamentals versus technicals. I did all that, right? And the beauty of it, here's the thing, because we had so much data, we could gain some sort of understanding of this beast called the stock market. We can understand it because we got 100 years of data. Crypto ain't got that. Crypto does not have that. Crypto does not have 100 years of history that we can analyze in extreme detail to understand how this market actually works. So crypto, in that regard, is a dangerous place to trade. And that's why I have told you guys. Now, I've even heard sad stories. I hope this isn't true. My wife and I, just yesterday, if you go to drboycetv.com, my wife and I were talking about what happened to this poor brother, DJ Twitch. And somebody sent me a note and they said, "Oh, well, we heard that he invested a lot of money in crypto or in FTX and lost his money." Now, I don't know if that's true. First of all, you should never, ever take your own life over money. So I hope that that's not true. I hope that's not true. But if it is true, then he's in strong company. A lot of celebrities were pumping insane amounts of money into crypto, pumping tons of money into NFTs, pumping tons of money into FTX directly because everybody wanted to be down with Sam Bankman-Fried, and all those people lost a grip. They lost almost everything. They lost almost everything. And so if you put the majority of your wealth in the crypto space and lost it all, then I can't feel sorry for you because you've never heard me on this channel. Give me a yes or no. Have you ever heard me on this channel ever tell you that it makes sense to go put half your money in crypto? How many of y'all have you ever heard me say that? How many of y'all have ever heard me say that? I never said that. I've never told you to go dump your children's college fund in crypto. I've never said go and sell your house and get all the money and go buy Bitcoin with it. I never said that. I said dabble, dip your toe in the water, man. Take a little chance. Put a little piece of something in there. That's what I'm doing. I've got a little piece of my wealth in there. But when the crypto market crashed, it wasn't like I had to come to my wife and say, "Hey, baby, I love you, girl, but I lost all my money in Bitcoin. I bought a billion tons of Bitcoin, and now it's worthless." Because the thing is, and again, I have an advantage. I have a superpower. Trump's superpower is apparently that he's Captain America and he has lasers coming out of his eyes. Apparently, on these flashcards, they're pretty hilarious. Like that's Trump's superpower, right? His other superpower is that he can burn through buildings or something with his eyes or whatever. My superpower, I got two superpowers. One is I got a beautiful black wife by my side, a brilliant black woman that slaps me upside the head every now and then and reminds me of what's what and keeps me straight. My other superpower is that I have some amazing kids in the house that I love, and I get a chance to be a part of a black family. That's Tater. Tater, I'm her bonus dad, and me and her dad work together to raise her, and I'm super proud of her. My other superpower is that I understand finance and economics, and I've analyzed tons and tons of data on this. And I've got a chance to talk to many of you around the world. 10 million of you approximately have started investing because of what we've done on this channel. We've done approximately 20,000 videos and reached about almost a billion views. We've got almost a billion views, and what we've been able to do is set the pattern, set the trend, to make black people the most economically intelligent group of people on the planet. Literally, I guarantee you in the next 30 years, black people, a segment of the black community, not everybody, not the people that are not listening, not the people that are determined to stay backward. I'm talking about a segment of our community will be known as being more financially intelligent than even the Jews. I guarantee you. The Jewish people will be jealous of you because there's not a single economic concept that they apply in their community that many of you have not been exposed to, and many of you are practicing these ideas right now in your own families. So ultimately, when you're talking about this investing thing, this is what we have on lock. This is our strength. This is our superpower. So let me just tell you, in light of this, I want to just warn you guys, the crypto market is very dangerous, but what you don't want to do, in my opinion, is avoid it entirely. And you don't want to avoid it entirely. Look, Trump, here's what's fascinating about, I'm going to talk about Trump for a second on this. And actually, before I do that, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Also, if you want to get a copy of my $5 a day investing plan, I actually put a free blueprint on also how to form a family investment club. So if you'd like to learn how to form a family investment club to build wealth for your family, go to boycewatkins.com. It's right there. It's totally free, and I made that available to you guys to help you to build wealth with your relatives, your siblings, your kids, your parents, your spouse, whoever is down with you. So feel free to go to my website if you want to take a look at that. And make sure you subscribe. And also, this podcast is available on Spotify and Apple. Just look up the Dr. Boyce Breakdown on Spotify and you'll find it. Okay, so with Trump, what's fascinating about Trump and these NFTs, look, pay attention now. Trump does not believe in this market. Trump does not believe in NFTs and crypto. This is his statement. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. He said that they're fake money, highly volatile, based on thin air, unregulated, and also that they support people doing illegal activity. Yet at the same time, while Trump is openly stating he does not believe in this market, he's not going to put a lot of his own money in this market. He is going to sell this market to you. He is going to sell his NFT to you. You see, and you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, anybody remember when Ice Cube? Ice Cube's been on this channel. Ice Cube is a friend of mine. I like the guy. He's a cool guy. I remember what Ice Cube said in the song Dopeman a long time ago, and then Biggie repeated it. He said, "Don't get high on your own supply." Anybody remember that? Give me a yes if you remember when Ice Cube said, "Don't get high on your own supply." You remember that? Well, basically, Trump kind of is applying the dope man rules when it comes to slinging NFTs and cryptos and everything else. Now, this ain't the best time to sell an NFT. I mean, the market's pretty much dead, but he don't get high on his own supply. He would never buy the thing that he's trying to sell. He will sell you the NFTs, but he ain't gonna buy it. If you offered him an NFT of yourself, like with laser eyes and dressed as Captain America or whatever, he's not gonna buy that. Oh, but he'll sell it all day. He'll serve them fiends all day long. He'll be serving them fiends all day long because there are people in this market that got to the point where they said, "Oh my God, People are so crazy and so ridiculous and so willing to follow a stupid trend, so willing to follow the crowd, that we can sell them anything. We can sell them a picture of an ugly monkey for $2 million and people will buy it. Now I get it. Some people buy it because they lean on what is called the bigger fool theory. The bigger fool theory is real simple. The bigger fool theory just says, no matter how much of a fool I am for paying $1 million for an ugly monkey, there's a bigger fool out there who will pay $2 million for this ugly monkey. Right? That's a theory in finance. The problem with the bigger fool theory is that at some point you become the biggest fool. At some point, the biggest fool ends up getting left holding the bag. It becomes a Ponzi scheme. It becomes a house of cards. It becomes a tumbling pyramid. So ultimately, the risk of the bigger fool theory is it's a lot like musical chairs. Eventually, somebody's going to end up without a chair. So effectively, with Trump selling these NFTs, obviously, I assume nobody in here is going to really buy them, but maybe a couple of you might for investment value. Maybe you think the Trump supporters are that crazy that they'll pay you extra money for the card. And I'm not here to knock that at all. I'll say be very careful. Just if you do it, just be ready for the fact that you may lose your money. But losing money is part of investing. Most investors I know lose money. If you're scared to lose a little money, then don't get in the game because the ability to make money requires you to have the willingness to lose some money. Anybody who goes into investing thinking that they're never going to lose money is not a good investor, and they're never going to make any significant money in their life, most likely. Okay, so ultimately, I say proceed with caution. I believe that the NFT market is going to recover. I believe crypto is going to recover. I am invested in that idea. I have a lot of crypto, not as a percentage of my portfolio, but I have several $1,000s worth of crypto that I own, and I'm just sitting on it like a goose sitting on a golden egg because I believe that once crypto gets regulated, once Congress gets done pretending like they're going to go after Sam Bankman-Fried, which I don't think Congress is going to do much of anything to somebody who gave $40 million to the Democrats. Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX, who led one of the biggest crypto bankruptcies of all time, if not the biggest, gave $40 million to the Democrats right before he financially died. And effectively, I wonder how this is going to play out in terms of how Congress deals with him, particularly given that his parents are both attorneys. One of them worked for the Securities and Exchange Commission or something crazy like that. So I don't know how that's going to go. But after this is done, and the regulators come out with a bunch of laws and rules to control crypto, it's going to be a better market. It's going to be a cleaner neighborhood. It's going to be a safer neighborhood to shop in. Right now, the thing about it though is that when pay attention. Now, listen. All of you know the word gentrification. You're black. You know the word gentrification by now, I assume. Give me a yes in the chat if you know the word gentrification, so I can make sure we're all on the same page. So we all know the word gentrification. Now, pay attention. How does gentrification work? In gentrification, do you wait to buy property after the neighborhood's been gentrified? After the property values go up? Or do you try to buy the property right before it gets gentrified? Or do you find out what neighborhoods are going to be next on the list for gentrification? My goddaughter, I helped her buy a house. I help all my kids buy property if they show that kind of ambition. I help them buy property. I help them start businesses. I talk to them about buying shares of stock. I do that with all my kids. One of my guy kids, I don't talk about it much, but her name is Chanel. She's AKA Madam President. And Madam President works in Hollywood, and she also lives in Atlanta. And she came to me and she said, Dad, I want to buy a house. And I said, okay. All right, how much money, do we need to come up with to help you make that down payment? She said, if you would do this for me, that would be one really great thing, to really help me kind of move forward in my financial future. I said, cool. I said, here's, how much you need. We figured it out. I sent her the money. She put the down payment on the house, and she bought this house in I want to say it's West Atlanta. And I said, well, what made you get the house here? Because you're kind of in the hood a little bit. She said, because the Mercedes-Benz Stadium is being built over here, and there are going to be more businesses coming after that, and the property values are going up every single year. I believe my neighborhood is going to be next in line for gentrification. I said, that's my girl, very smart. The value of her house, true story. True story. I hope she don't mind me sharing some of the business, but the value of her house went up by $100,000 in 1 year. $100,000. Do y'all hear me? It went up $100,000 in 1 year. And she called me. She said, Dad, oh my gosh, I made $100,000 in a year and I didn't even do any work. I said, that's my girl. That's my girl. That's how you do it. That's how you go get that bread. That's how you go make that money. And so ultimately, my belief, and this is something I want every black child to be exposed to, is this idea that if you are an intelligent investor, the best way to make money is to make it without working. A lot of us never got exposed to that. As kids, we never got exposed to the idea that it seemed like alien talk to me, that you could actually have somebody pay you a lot of money. I'm talking about more money than working people, more money than than regular people, right? And I never thought that a person can make more money than an average worker and not actually go to work, like literally by staying home. I thought that was like nonsense, but it's true. It does happen. It absolutely does happen. So ultimately, that's what investing kind of does for you, and that's why I think getting into crypto now is good. The one of the key ideas of investing is you want to look up when everybody's looking down, and you want to look down when everybody's looking up. When it's raining, you want to think about the sun. When it's sunny, you want to think about the rain. That means that when times are good, I prepare for when times are going to be bad. When times are bad, I prepare for when times are going to be good. Right now, times are bad. Right now, the crypto market is in the toilet. Right now, the stock market ain't doing so hot. Oh, well, check it out. I am absolutely positively investing every penny I can get my hands on because I know this too shall pass. I am not on any level giving a damn about 2022. I don't even care about 2023. I'm thinking about 2028. I'm thinking 5, 10 years in the future. Where are these assets going to be 5, 10 years from now? And for some reason, we don't encourage that. But 5 years is not a long time. I mean, think about that. 5 years ago, it was the end of 2017. Most of y'all remember 2017 like it was yesterday. You might still be dating the same person you were dating in 2017, or at the very least, you remember who you were dating. You might have the same job you had in 2017. You might live in the same house you lived in 2017. So 2017 was not that long ago. So if I understand that 2017 is very close to 2022, then why can't I understand that 2027 and 2028 are also equally close to 2022? Investment requires something that a lot of us are not encouraged to have, which is vision and delayed gratification. Vision and delayed gratification. So, if you want to make money and you want to be successful, I encourage you to practice both. Well, anyway, guys, there's not much else to say. The Trump trading cards are fine. They're gonna, he's gonna make his money from the suckers that will buy them. If you want to learn more about economics, we love talking to people about this all over the world. Now, I told you guys I would give you a stock that I really like that I just invested in, and that stock is Ulta, 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 Ulta Beauty. I just bought some shares of Ulta Beauty, and every week, and if you want to, kind of be a part of that consistently, every week I give my students a new set of stocks that I like for that week. We call it What Dr. Boyce is Buying. And so if you want to join us for stock market class, and we meet every single Tuesday and go through not just what's happening in the markets, but also everything that students need to know. They can ask me questions, everything. So feel free to go to the blackstockmarketprogram.com. The first 30 days are free. You can do a free trial and see if you like it. And if you like it, you can stay. And also, when you join, you can bring a buddy. You're allowed to bring, so buy one, get one free. So you can bring another person in your family that you want to educate, that you want to help uplift, bring them to class with you, and you can both share the same login. So you're totally welcome to both join the program. Also, if you are interested in financial flashcards, stuff like that, we have some great flashcards at financialflashcards.com. It's a great way to educate your kids on economics. So feel free to go to financialflashcards.com if that's your thing. All right, guys. Well, I'm out of here. God bless you. And I don't know what to say about Donald Trump. I mean, I would say I wish him the best, but I really don't. But I really think that what he said about NFTs and crypto should be listened to. And I think that his disdain for crypto, yet his desire to exploit crypto, shows you the dichotomy where wealthy people, they're not buying what you buy. They're not doing what regular people do, but they'll sell stuff to regular people all the time that they would never buy themselves. So make sure that you think on a higher level. so that you can put yourselves ahead in a capitalist economy that unfortunately is built on various forms of exploitation. So the more economically intelligent you are, the less likely you are to be exploited. Well, if you could hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe before you go. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live again. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless you. I love you. I'll see you soon. Peace.